Hello everyone. I'm going to do a reading on a missing person. This will actually be my first missing persons case. I was asked that someone had asked me in the comments would I do a reading on her. So I've done a few. I wanted to kind of get a feel of the case, and I've done a few, and it's a very sad case. It's very sad. It's just a very sad case. But it's about Brittany Woods. She's 19. She was 19 when she went missing, and she was the mother of a 2-year-old. She went missing on May 30th, 2012, and nothing has been found. Her car or anything has been found. She was on her way to see her uncle, which is not uncommon for her to go visit him. And seeing her family dynamics, it wasn't uncommon. And he lived about 40 miles away. It was only when that they found him dead up at Fish River I think it was an Outlook. Yeah. Fish River Outlook, that they went to contact her, and that's when they knew she was missing. So let's get into this and see if she made it to her uncle's. Like I said, she was 19 and she was headed to see him, which wasn't unusual. So if I could call in Brittany's spirit guides and her ancestors, and Brittany herself, and my spirit guides and ancestors. This reading is for Brittany Woods. Brittany, we would like to know if you made it to your uncle's. Did you make it to your destination? Did you make it to your destination, Brittany? Did you make it to your destination? So the first card I got was Justice, which there was justice as in some links to what happened in her family dynamics. I don't know if there has been justice for her. I have not, the latest reports I had, there hasn't been any, because they have not found her. But that's the first card I pulled, was Justice. Which, that means the scales of justice. That means that it's going to happen. Justice is going to happen for her, which is awesome. I know some justice, like I said, within the family did happen. And the second card I got was Death, which doesn't always mean bad things as in death, but it does mean new beginnings. So I'm getting that she was headed there to tell him about her new beginnings, because I believe she had some new beginnings coming. But I don't think, and I think she did make it there to tell him that, but I don't think she thought out the process of how it was going to end. But that's the second card I got. So let's see. I want to. And she may mean in the justice in that her uncle was they say he killed himself, it was suicide, but some say it was murder. But in either way, she may be saying that there was justice in that part for her, for him. But let's see. So here's the Eight of Swords, which in the Eight of Swords you can see that she's got swords all around her, and she's tied up, and she's got nowhere to go. And so I feel like she did make it there, but he wasn't going to let her go. Because in my opinion, she went there, or how I feel, she went there to tell him that things were going to be different and that she found someone else. Because to me, this means she's trapped. Because you can see this, and she didn't want to be that way no more. And so I think she went there to tell him that. That was one of the things she went there to tell him. What happened after you got there? Let's ask her what happened after she got there. So I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles, which Pentacles is money, is earthly things, is earth, because the Pentacles is the earth sign. So I don't know if she went there because he owed her money. I keep feeling that he owed her money, and she went there to get the money. I don't know if the child was his, because there was such the whole family was not good in that aspect. So I think money was one of the reasons that she went there. And on top of telling him that she was not taking that relationship anymore. Let's see. Here we got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, you see she's up. She's got her sword, and she's ready to go into battle. She was tired. She was done and if you can see, she's got right here, she's got his head in her hand. So she is ready for battle. She's ready to end whatever this dynamic they had with each other. She's ready for it to go, because she wants to move on. And he's not having it. He's not having it. How is she feeling right now? 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 How is she feeling about So here we have the Seven of Pentacles. And you can see that the Seven of Pentacles is he's planting it and he's watching it grow. You can see how he's already got some planted and now he's watching the others grow. So she was going to take that money and make her life better. I guess maybe he owed her enough money to either to make her life better or where she was going. That's what I'm getting. Where she was going, it was going to be a better place for her and her child, because she had met someone that was going to make her life better. And so that's where she was going. She was going to that person, and that's what she was telling him. What happened? Did Brittany's uncle murder her? Did Brittany's uncle murder her? There's a lot of money and a lot of materialistic things going here in this reading. And this one, it's a Five of Pentacles. But as you can see, she is right here. You can see her right here. And she's walking away and leaving him. She's just not having it. She was going there to tell him she was leaving. She was going, and she had money and stability waiting on her. She was in control of the situation. And he didn't like it. Where is Brittany now? Where is Brittany now? Where is Brittany now? So I got I got the Four of Swords, and if you can see there, that means strife. So yeah, there was very much arguing and strife when she went there. If you can see, the three swords are holding her down, and then there's one laying on the ground. So there was arguing and fighting when she went there. There definitely was arguing and fighting when she went there. Then on the bottom, I got the Ace of Pentacles, which you can see the Ace of Pentacles there. He's holding it in his, he is holding it in his hand, as in, money. This is what I want. I want money. I want to be in control of my money. I want to be able to do the things I need to do. So Ace of Pentacles means strength. So she was drawing strength from her new life, and she thought that's where she was headed, for strength and in her new life. And let's grab the Dark Fairy Tale Tarot, and let's see Brittany? Can you tell us, Brittany? Where you may be. Can you tell us, Brittany, where you may be? Can you tell us, Brittany, where you may be? Can you tell us, Brittany, where you may be? Tell us, Brittany, where you may be. Well, this is the Justice card. So she's very much feeling like she's gotten justice. I don't know if she feels like she's got justice because of all of the family dynamics, because since she has been missing, 8 of her relatives have been arrested. 8 of them have been arrested for incest, child rape, and let's see, there were several other things they were arrested for. Make sure I wrote it down right. Second degree sodomy, second degree sexual abuse and incest, first degree sodomy, second degree rape, and that all of the victims were ages 12 to 16. And there was a incestuous ring busted because of her going missing, and the family's children were shared amongst each other. So I feel like she's telling me that justice was served by her going missing for all of the children that are there now that are left, because about 8 family members were arrested for doing this to the other children. And she is saying that because of that, justice was served. And that's, so I've got justice twice. I've gotten justice here in the first set, and I got justice here in the second set. So, Brittany, can you tell us if you are in water or on the earth? Will we find you? Can you tell us where you're at, Brittany? Of where you're at, water, earth, Are you in the water? Are you in the ground? Can you give us some idea of where you might be? Okay, well, this is the Queen of Swords, which would be air, but she's got it stuck in the ground, and behind her is buildings in a church, if you can see back here. So I feel like she's in the ground, but I'm feeling like she's in two separate places. I don't know. And maybe that's for the sword, because I feel like I've got the Chariot, which means movement. So I think she was moved. Maybe that's why I feel she's in two separate places, because I feel like she was moved. And the Chariot does mean movement. So I'm guessing she was moved at least once, to keep her from being found. Water. So here I've got the Four of Wands, and if you'll see, it's a dock with water. And the other readings that I did get, I got earth, and which would be this, and I got water. And so I think she was either moved from one spot to the next, or she's in two spots, which could be, it could kind of be both, because they may not have moved. She might have been there and not moved for a while. And this is the King of Wands, or the Knight of Wands. And I think she just rode into battle thinking she could stop what was going to happen, and she thought she could handle it. And I think she went there to tell him that she had a new she was in love with someone else, and she was moving on, and he just was not going to have it. Can you tell us if it was more than one person that killed you? Can you tell us if it was... Oh, that was quick. Okay. So if you see this card right here, it's... she had two choices. And everybody has two choices in life. Everybody. You can see she's got a mask on. Well, in one hand, she's got roses. And in one hand, she's got a map that tells her where she's going. And I think that's where she had chose to go, the right direction. And away from what she grew up in. And that's where she wanted to go, and it wasn't happening. And just like her, everybody has two choices. You have one way or the other. And she chose to go to him to tell him that things were going to be different. But I think she underestimated the reaction that he was going to have. And she thought she could handle it because she was a very strong person. Let's get these. And Brittany, I want to thank you for joining me and letting me talk to you and your spirit guides. Can you please tell me how you're feeling right now, as in what space you're in right now? Can you tell me what space you're in right now? What kind of message would you like to give us on the space you're in right now? Okay, Spirit, it's too many. Can you give me just a couple? Just one on the space you're in, Brittany. Just one on the space you're in. Well, she's telling me something in autumn, something significant is going to come up in autumn. Something about autumn is important to her. Autumn was a special time for her. I don't know if that's her daughter's birthday or but autumn is something that she cherishes, that time of the year. And she's feeling like she's got prosperity now. She's feeling, happy now because nothing can harm her anymore. She's real happy about that. Let's see if we can get one more card about her. There we go. Awakening. Embolic awakening. So I think that's how she felt in the end, like, you know, it was an awakening to getting her life how she wanted it, and she was not going to put up with and wanted her life to be different from growing up as a child. Even her mother had been arrested at some point with all of the sex ring and incest with children between the ages of 12 and 16. I want to grab the Heaven and Earth deck one more time, and I just want to ask her, ask Brittany, will she be found? Brittany, will your body be found? Well, this is the King of Swords, which is an air. There's a lot of air in her reading. I don't know if there was an air sign in her reading. There's been a lot of swords and pentacles. They're all over your pentacles, swords, because I have this sword, and then there's these swords, and then even Justice. She had, in this card as her sword. So there's a lot of air and a lot of earth in her sign. This is showing the King of Swords. He's in a chariot, and he's got angels and little cherubs around him, and there's someone trying to keep her from being found. I think because he's holding his sword, and you can see the little angels are down there, and I think that someone's trying to keep her from being found. So let's pull one more and see if Brittany can tell us. Do you think you will be found? Or will you be found? Will there be justice for you? Will you be found? Well, I got the Two of Pentacles. And if you can see in this card, it's yin and yang. So I'm wanting to say she will be found. Because she keeps giving me justice, and I don't know if that's justice just for the 8 people that were arrested, and now that has been stopped, or that's justice for her, that she will be found one day. But somebody's trying to stop it. Somebody's trying to stop her from being found. And it's been 2012, so it's been a little bit since she's been missing. So someone knows where she's at, or someone is preventing her from being found. But I think she will be. I think eventually she's going to be found. Her remains will be found. But it's a really sad case, and I do hope that she is found. I pray for her daughter, who has been left to live her life without her mom. And so, yeah, this was a reading, very sad reading, but it was on Brittany Woods. I will try to do a follow-up a little bit later on. But I hope the person that wanted me to read this, I hope it kind of helped them a little bit. It might not have told them very much more information, but I feel like that my feeling is she went to tell him that she has found someone that she loves, and that she's going to be with them, and she wanted to be left alone. And that she was really happy and excited about this new love that she had found in this new person. and she was excited for her life, and she felt like she was going to be prosperous and have a good life, and that's what she went to tell him, and he just wasn't having it. So I also have a few more things about it. I feel I may tell them next time. Maybe not so much this time because so much of information, but thank you for listening, and I will do a follow-up on her later. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good day. Bye.